Hi, everybody. Ralph Sheheen here with you from Speed Sport, getting ready for Christmas holidays and New Year right around the corner. And you know what else that means? Sprint car racing down under. And we've got it for you coming your way absolutely free on Speed Sport 1. Joining me now, my good buddy and good mate, Wade Aunger from Down Under. How are you, Wade?
I am sweating here, Ralph. I know that that's probably a concept that's pretty strange to Americans at Christmas time, but it's like over 100 degrees every day. We have Christmas by the pool, and we usually get sunburnt. So it's probably a little bit different to what most American fans are used to this time of the year.
Yeah, the only place you're going to get that in the States is over in Hawaii. That's
Yeah.
about it. Right now, it's pretty chilly back here in Charlotte, I can tell you that. All right, Wade, I've always wanted to go sprint car racing down in Australia. I haven't had the chance to do that. You keep refusing to invite me. Kind of annoying. But anyway, tell us all about what's coming with Brandt Sprint Car Speedweek to Speed Sport 1.
I'm so excited, Ralph, to have, Speed Sport One partner with us on our broadcast rights in North America. It is a fiercely competitive time of the year for us. We race what we call Boxing Day. Do you call it Boxing Day, December 26th?
No, it's Christmas and the day after Christmas.
Well, it's Boxing Day, which is not like that kind of boxing, but you might see a couple of kangaroos boxing as well. December 26th, we kick off the first of 5 nights in 7 days. And it's a traditional Christmas thing for Aussie sprint car fans. People spend their holidays with us. They get on the road in their caravans or their motorhomes, or they stay in hotels and travel from all over Australia. So we race on the 26th at Murray Bridge, the 27th at Tolma Speedway, which is the brand new Peevely. The track owners have GPS mapped out I-55 Raceway, and it is identical in the banking, in the size, and everything. 28th is Borderline Speedway in Mount Gambier, the home of the King's Challenge. The 30th is Avalon Raceway, and then the first is Premier Speedway in Warrnambool. So it's a very busy time for us, and three outstanding young Americans racing against the Aussies.
Yeah, that's what I love about it because whenever you go sprint car racing in Australia, you get Australians and Americans competing head to head.
And then you probably know we call you guys Yanks, Ralph, which is a term of endearment that goes back to the Jackie Hewitt days when he was called Jackie Hewitt, and Bob Trossel and Doug Wolfgang and, guys like that when they raced with us back in the day. So we've got three really talented young Americans, and I love that we've got the youth. Chase Randall out of Waco, Texas, makes a return. It's his third time racing in Australia. He's actually been home. He raced in Adelaide a few weeks back at the Supercars event, the Napa Speedway and the City event. Flew back home, and now he's back here to run Speed Week with us. Garrett Williamson out of Columbia, Missouri. We're really excited to have him, and he's just announced he's going to be going on the road with the Outlaws next year. He's driving for Tim Van Ginniken. Chase Randall drives for DKM Motorsport. And then you throw in Riley Goodnow out of Knoxville, Iowa, and Riley races for Dave Challens down here in Melbourne. So we've got these three sort of late teens, early 20s sort of gunfighters taking on the best Aussies.
And all three of those guys have done a lot of laps in Knoxville, haven't they?
Yeah, they're pretty well weekly Knoxville Warriors, Ralph. And probably the only way that's going to change for Garrett is he's heading on the road with the Outlaws next year. But all three of those young guys kind of cut their teeth in weekly competition. To that end, I've even got Tony Bockoven doing a bit of a welcome and on behalf of all of America, good luck to our guys, on the screen every night from Knoxville Raceway. So we're very keen to have that link, with Knoxville and Speed Week.
I love to hear that. Always good to hear Tony on the microphone. So I know there's going to be a lot of great Australian talent down there too. In fact, isn't Max Dumsney's kid about ready to go?
Yeah, Marcus Dumsney, mate. I mean, Max has four kids, and all four of them have raced at some point. Even Michaela, who these days is married to Craig Kinsler, Michaela raced wingless sprints for a little while. Mitchell Dumsney was the eldest, and Mitch was a gasser. He was a two-time Parramatta track champion. He also raced World Series back in the day. Matt Dumsney, he was the next boy. Matt's a gasser as well, based out of Sydney. And Marcus, he won the Australian Championship back at Archerfield Speedway a couple of years back. So Marcus is driving the Snow Rowette number 47, and he's just like his old man, Ralph. He's so laid back. He's like, yeah, we're just going to get it done. Really good young racer with Mouse Green on the spanners, who, for a lot of years worked with Max and all the Dumsney family. So, I mean, I'm excited about what Marcus will do.
Okay, for those of us here in the States, I know, but a lot might not. Explain the word spanners just so they're caught up.
Yeah, you're right. Wrenches. It's the
But
same with,
that's one of the good things with these too, Wade, is that
yeah,
you're going to take us behind the scenes and show us what sprint car racing in Australia is all about. The culture, the lifestyle,
yeah.
the experience on the road, and terms like spanners are going to become pretty regular in this show.
I remember Danny Smith, the word torch, Ralph, right? So in Australia, a torch is a flashlight. And Danny told me a story once where he wrecked and they were going to have to, change the front end out. And someone said, grab the torch. He went, no, 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 we can get this. Like, no, man, I mean the flashlight. He thought they were getting the oxy, out to cut
Yeah.
this thing. So we're gonna, a lot of the places we go, they're very beautiful. Warrnambool is right on the coast of Victoria, So we shot some amazing drone footage of the guys standing on what looks like the end of the world, flying off the ocean and kangaroos on golf courses and things like that. We want to. Garrett Williamson tried Vegemite the other day. It didn't go down very well, Ralph. Uh,
Well,
did you
speaking
did you
from
try it in
experience,
Perth? Did you try it?
I can understand. I've tried it, and I can understand that.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the cultural stuff, Ralph, is what we want to show. We want to show American race fans what racing on the road is like in Australia, what our tracks are like, but what our culture, what our fans, what our big rigs are like, and what the landscape is like as much as anything.
Well, I might not like the Vegemite, but it might go a little better if I washed it down with some methanol moonshine. See what I did there?
I appreciate you doing that, Ralph. You're exactly right. We may have a little bit of that on the road at the end of each night's racing just for them to, refresh their palates a little bit. I'm kind of hoping in the future, Ralph, that you can actually be part of this and come down and call some of it with me because I know that you have a passion for Aussie sprint car racing. You got really close to me again this year. You went to Perth for Supercross. I mean, what the
Yeah,
heck?
right there. Our timing is just off, buddy. It wouldn't take anything but one short invite, and I'm on my way. I would love to be down there for it.
It's a
So
beautiful time of the year for sure.
this is going to start airing January 16th. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. It'll
And then,
be 3 1-hour programs, Ralph. The idea is that probably 40% of each program will be racing and 60% will be the culture behind it, showing you who our Aussie champ Lockie McHugh is, how these young kids, Jai Corbett, Tate Frost, Parker Scott, these young terrasses are going to be like for American audiences to get their head around that, as well as seeing your guys race against our guys. So I really want to open America into our lounge room and vice versa with Speed Sport.
okay, now I really got to come down because I need a Lockie McHugh t-shirt.
Yeah, Lockie is a gasser, man. Like he's the current Australian champion. And Ralph, you probably know this too, that in Australia you can only have one driver that has number one. You're not allowed to just roll up and have one SH, or
Yeah.
something like one R. You have to earn that. So it's a little bit like if the guy that won the Knoxville Nationals is the only guy in America that could run number one. It's a status thing for us. So Lockie is the current Australian sprint car champion, and we've got a real combination of kids in their early 20s right through to veteran gassers like Luke Dillon and Glenn Sutherland and Brendan Quinn, those guys. So we've got a really good mix. Rusty Hickman is on fire at the moment. He always does great donuts after he wins. So we've got a really good mix of youth and experience on the road with us. And we'll average 45 cars on the road.
Sounds like it's going to be fantastic. It all begins January 16th on Speed Sport 1. And remember, it's 100% free. No pay-per-view, no subscription fees, none of that. You can get it by getting Sling, Pluto, Fubo, Amazon, and more coming your way soon. Just go to speedsport1.com to learn about how you can get Speed Sport 1 for free and enjoy all of the Brandt Sprint Car Speedweeks coming your way from Australia. Wade, Merry Christmas and Happy Boxing Day to you, my friend. Look forward to seeing the shows.
I see what you did there, Ralph. Happy Boxing Day to you too, mate. And we can't wait to come to America with Brandt Sprint Car Speedweek. So check us out on Speed Sport 1.